5-9 gamers, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Legends Ultra Space Time, my bad, Ultra Space Time podcast episode 79, LoZ tier. And as you can see, we are joined by an illustrious group of guests, including a first timer. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Virgil. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves to the audience?
Yo, what is going on, you guys? Stream Dragon Ball Legends over on the YouTube side, and it's a pleasure to be over here on the Twitch. Introduce myself. I'm from New York, and I play pretty much Dragon Ball Legends 24/7. That's pretty much it.
All right, so now we got a gist of who you are. Nice. And yeah, of course, we have a returning champion, RikuTheBest. How you doing, man? How's your day?
Me, a champion? Oh, my day is going well so far, you know. So far, so good. Just for once trying to get God rank. So, you know, let people know I'm pretty good too, kind of. Not really. But I'm doing good. Hopefully everyone's doing good in the call as well. And the chat, you know, of course.
Sounds like the grind is real.
Yeah. Yep. It definitely is. First time ever.
And it seems today is kind of an academy podcast, so we have our very own Banana Man, Team Potassium all the way. Battleamore, how are you?
I couldn't say it better myself. Battleamore here, and I hope you have a fantastic Legends weekend.
Shout out to Iron Cane.
Lol.
And also, you finally have your internet back, so that's great. Because imagine having 5 days without internet, at least. Not for me.
I know, right? Oh my God, I had no internet for 6 days.
Exactly. And then last but never least, with a new logo right here, SuperMojiBro, or AKA Moji. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Hopefully all you gamers are doing good as well. I hit my God rank this morning, so
Must be
we're
nice.
out here.
Humble brag or just brag?
Humble brag because, you know, it's my 10th season. What can I say?
Humble brag because it was not yesterday. I get it.
Oh yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Jeez.
Okay, we'll make sure to make you. And with that said, as always, Twitch Prime is on a crime. So if you have that free Prime sub, you want to support the channel, you can drop that here, support us for free. If you're over on the YouTube site, drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more updates. And you can also follow us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. We have a Discord, we have a Facebook, we have a subreddit, all the good stuff. And with that said, today we are going to talk about the new units, obviously Golden Frieza and Whis. We are going to talk about the banner. We got a little April Fool's event, and we got a new Awaken equip on Wednesday, as well as if LOE really needed it. But yeah, with that said, Virgil, you can already see it at his avatar. I'm pretty sure you like that Golden Frieza, huh?
I'm a fan. I'm not gonna lie. I would say that they're not the most liked unit in the game, honestly. But I'm kind of a connoisseur of the lizards, you know. But overall, I think he's a really good unit. It's just really solid unit. Like realistically, like you know, his stats kind of balance it out. His defenses are really bad, squishy. So you know, it's balanced in my opinion. He does a bucket load of things. You know, the utility's there. The team makes up for the utility that he doesn't have, and it's just his defenses are. You know, he gets 3-carded by a purple unit, given whatever purple unit it is. It's around 3 to 4 cards.
Yeah, but I feel like the LoE team has backup with all of that, because full power Frieza and the Senkai full power Frieza does make it more viable. But the damage on this Golden Frieza is insane. I feel like his kit is LF worthy. It's just insane how much damage he does.
Yeah. And then going type neutral on the blue card.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Like a part about him is just being neutral on blue card, just like the evolution Vegeta. I love that so much, just because, you know, Goku, Vegeta, and some other purple units, because purple seems to be very common or whatnot. But honestly, I personally do like. I want to keep it on Golden Frieza for a second. I really do like the unit. I don't have him. I hate fighting against them, but I think he's just a really good unit. Oh man, I wish I pulled him. I mean, I will eventually. I do like his kit, just overly offensive. You know, he has like, isn't it like 110, well, for blast, anyway, non-cancelable damage? It's like 90 inflicted damage like 30 or 20% for the blast. Can be canceled. Like, it's so insane.
Yep.
And then it's green card and then the reload with the main ability. It's like, this unit is amazing. You kidding me? Oh,
Feels like
I'm
he
just
does everything.
Yeah.
I mean, the funny thing about this is I feel like he's a combined kit between the transforming Goku Black and the LF Goku Black. At least what I feel like, because once he keeps getting cards, he gets key and power-ups.
And healing.
And healing too.
And healing. Oh yeah, and he ignores coverage change as well with this main. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's so good.
It's ridiculous how powerful this unit is. And it's an all-star banner. I was like, I'm not going to say anything anymore than he is incredibly powerful. Sure, he might be squishy, but damage-wise, it just hurts.
He makes it seem like you're squishy, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
I think LoE is like close to being perfect team, even without like a usable red. I don't see many red. I don't see like many people run a red on LoE. I mean, I have seen like the movie Frieza, the one that, you know, paralyzes you. And I don't see him too often, but every now and then, as in very rarely.
Yeah.
But even without a red, this team is just dangerous. Like, my goodness.
Yeah, and I mean they can do double yellow if they want to, you know. Like I actually took off. I had Blue Cooler as a bench for the Blue Frieza, the Revival Frieza. I was like, all right, he is the one unit I would never use, so I have to like, all right, you know, because now it's more like, who do you not bring? Because LoE has so many viable options. You know, you have Revival Frieza, you have both of the full power Friezas, you have Purple LF Frieza. Depending on if you're running into Super Saiyans, you have Chilled, and then you have this green Frieza as well. So it's like, okay, now I actually have to think about who I'm leaving out.
I honestly feel like the Revival Frieza would be left out a lot just because green, yellow is so common.
Yeah, agree.
It is super common. Ooh.
With my personal setup, I don't actually bring in the Endurance Frieza at all. I just have him there to Zenkai buff the full power, the LF full power Frieza.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly don't know if this green Frieza makes the core setup, the Rev Frieza first form and then the final form LF. That's like, it feels like the perfect synergy between them three. I think it's just a good option, definitely a great option to have on the team, especially if you run into like an Ultra Gogeta.
Oh god, I don't want to Ultra Gogeta. Oof.
Yeah.
Like the unit I leave out most of the time is the final form Cooler, you know, the Zenkai buff for the Rev Frieza.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even have
of the Golden Frieza.
Yeah, I don't even have him anymore on the bench. Like my team is the Revival Frieza, then both of the full power Friezas, Purple Frieza, Purple Chilled, and the Green Golden Frieza. And most of the times I'm actually playing the both of the LFs and then the Green Frieza.
Yeah, yellow, green. Mm-hmm.
No, purple, yellow, green.
Oh, purple, yellow, green.
Yeah, the LFs. Just
got
because
some good fodder.
Yeah, and the blue cards, man. You get the blue cards, and then if you get the blue cards with the green Frieza, damn.
Oh my god, everything just neutral, dude. I'm just hitting everything for free. Like,
exactly. And then on top of that, you know, you also get the blue card the first time you use a green. And so many times, you know, the opponent starts off with Kaioken Goku, the Ultra, and they just shoot a blast because they're like, yeah, he doesn't have any strikes, even if he has anything. And then you just use a green card and you're like, psych. And here's a blue card for good measure.
Top of it, he's the second unit with that extreme bleed.
True.
People like to underestimate the extreme bleed, but before you know it, you know, the unit's HP is all the way down because it does all that behind the scenes work.
Yeah.
True.
You just have him on the bench and bring him back in. It's like, where my HP go?
Yeah.
I feel like this Golden Frieza is also a perfect partner for the LF full power Frieza, because if opponent keeps attacking you, like you cover with this green Frieza and then you cover with the yellow Frieza, you literally remove 2 Dragon Balls right there and destroy the card, just like that. I did that so many times, and because the cards they usually do, because they pop a ult but they want to continue combo, so I switch to golden and then I switch to another one, and they're ultimately destroyed and they surrender.
I keep forgetting that he actually destroys a card when he switches out. Like,
Yeah.
it got me so many times too. It's insane.
Yeah, but I find it in LoE, it's when they are already so powerful, it's insane. It's really good, but I feel like this is more for the Universal Survival Saga. I know he is more meant to be there,
Right.
but unfortunately, they did not count that it works so well on the team, the tag he's very on, which is insane. Because LoE is already so powerful. But yeah, this Golden Frieza is nuts. Like he does the damage needed, similar to an LF unit. Because I compared them to another LF, and yeah, once you wrapped up the Golden Frieza with the card draw speed, getting card and increased damage, it's just insanely, it hurts. I know he's not tanky. I know people like to play tanky, but even when you have a tanky unit and this Golden Frieza keeps comboing you, it's like, I was sure I made a tanky team. What's this?
Yeah, you got other units to definitely cover for that, and it's like I've actually seen the Golden Frieza also ran with Jiren and Ultra Kaioken Goku on the Universe Saga team, and oh man, that's an interesting one. That would be one I would try out just cause, but definitely I would 100% run him on LoE. Man, can't get him with that Frieza. I'll get him eventually. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, I mean his banner is here for like 2 years, so
Yeah, it's like it goes away like yes
in August 2nd, I think.
So far away.
Yep. I mean, for me, anyway, go ahead, Virgil.
No, that team, the Universe Survival Saga team, he's definitely going to be the main on that team. I just think it needs to, get a bit more units, right? The team is not fully fledged out, and I think he's a perfect fit for where the direction it's going, and being a range type, being the majority of the important units on that squad being range type. I think it really benefits him. I think Beerus is not so much, even though.
Sure.
But I do think that is going to be his main setup. LoE just is going to benefit the, having the unit, right? And right now it's the better option for him just because of how dominant, how powerful the team is overall.
Yeah.
It's just dummy not running him on LoE. It doesn't make any sense. But I do think towards the anniversary, we're going to see the team fully fledged out at that point.
100%.
And whatever they drop, it's going to be really good.
Let's see. People are already speculating. Some people already think it's confirmed that we're getting MUI Goku. So let's see them eat their words. Maybe.
Point, yeah, like at this point, they should just bring out MUI for anniversary. And another, like, it's hard for me to think of other units to come out for anniversary because it's like, I wouldn't want him to come out with Gold Freeze at the same time. I want them to obviously space that apart like they did with Vegeta Blue and Gogeta Blue. But a unit I do want to see for anniversary is, surprisingly, a Gohan Piccolo tag from the Universe Saga. I do want to see that. I would like to see Regen get something. I would like to see, I don't want to get hit in the face, but Hybrid Saiyans get something as well later.
I agree with you. It's been too long since hybrids have gotten anything.
I know hybrids have ran the meta for a long time, but ever since freaking Ultra Kaioken came out, it's been pretty rough with these Saiyans. And I'm telling you right now, I know a lot of people hate Lineage of Evil. My least favorite team to fight in the game is 100% both Ultras and Gogeta 4. That's all I'm gonna say. I hate fighting that trio more than anything. It's so oppressive.
I used that team for a little bit, and the only thing you don't have is like the Rising Rush control. You don't have an endurance or sort of revival, but if you're just killing everybody in like 3 cards, do you really need that?
I just feel bad running both Ultras together. I just stopped using them together completely. Like it's not even fair. It's really not.
With the way this meta is, you gotta do what you can. And
true.
With all them pesky space lizards running around.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my best way to counter them is to run both Ultras together.
Hey. Easy now, easy.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You do you, and I'll do you too.
Whoa. We'll talk later. Meeting 3.
Meeting 3 now.
It does feel weird not having revival or endurance on like in this meta specifically. So I do switch between those teams, the fusions and the LoE build that I have built. Without revival endurance, LOEs like every other 2-3 matches, and
Yeah.
you're just getting rushed multiple times.
Yeah,
you're not
you need
able to
some
rush.
cushion.
And if you don't put in the work, like if you don't have any priority, you just get bad luck. You're going to get, the rush is the most important thing, I think, right now. Because those are the games I take losses in are just rush. It's not because I had priority or just damage or anything like that. If you get rushed, there's no counter to rush. You know what I mean? So the team with the most rush potential right now. So I definitely, in my opinion, I'd rather fight the Fusion team any day than fight the Lizards.
Yeah, LoE has so much control
Yeah.
on the rush. It's insane.
Yeah, because even if you don't bring like a revival or endurance unit, you can just still destroy Dragon Balls left and right.
Right.
I think
So
it
it's
was
kind of
100
wild.
I think it was 110 counts in on LOE before I was able to finally get my first Rising Rush.
But isn't this what we all wanted? Not being able to Rising Rush for too early.
Well,
Well, it's
Kind
funny
of.
that that's mentioned, but I still get a Rising Rush maybe in 10 counts. Blame Ultra Kaioken for never stop getting cards, for Christ's sake. And I've just been in certain situations like, did they actually nerf this? Or because like within 2 combos, the man already rushed me. I'm just sitting here scratching my head like, is this supposed to happen? Did I do something wrong? Like, so a lot of times it does feel like they still
you
get
got hit.
Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, like they just get rushed a lot early. Like if I'm like 3 or 4 Dragon Balls away from a rush, I'm like, I'm just gonna assume they already have one because it always happens.
right.
That's why I rush immediately. I don't care about anything else. If I have my rush and I have an opening, I'm not even gonna think twice about it, because if I don't take advantage of it, it's just gonna get taken.
Yeah, that I'm very bad at, honestly. Like I try not to rush. I don't know. I don't know why. I just have that mentality. Like I'll rush if I need it, but then I do lose a lot of matches by not
feel
rushing as soon as I should. I just feel bad. I don't know. I definitely don't sack in the rush. I mean, the only situation I would do that is very, very small scenario. I would second Rising Rush, but typically I would barely even use one if possible. I don't know.
I got it.
I'm a
now,
very prideful
use
guy.
it. I got it. Use it.
You're thinking smart. I'm just stupid, so it's fine.
It's that mentality, like you don't want to use it, you know what I mean? It's not fun. I'd rather just play without it. So I have that same thing where I sometimes hold on to it when I shouldn't be holding on to the rush.
I feel like if I can beat him without, I'll still go with that mindset. But with both ultras, the match can turn around just like that. So I need to start using it.
Yeah, I agree. But I also remember that at one point I was like 4 seasons without a Rising Rush just to prove that you can still do it without, and I still hit like 150 and 102 of those seasons. So like, but that was also before Legends Festival. So
Yeah,
afterwards, I was like, let me just walk back on that real quick. Because no.
I seen that arc.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
Let's relive that arc nowadays and see what you think.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good.
Yeah, but overall with this Golden Frieza, he is way overdue a very powerful unit, to be precise. He has the control of the field too, similar to Kaioken Goku. Not as much, but similar, because with the card draw speed, he gains ki every time he gets a card. He gets more powerful every time. Also, he stalls the opponent because his blast dodge increased the opponent's art card by a whole lot.
Yeah, that was rough.
That's just why.
Yeah, that's
But
why
at
you want
least
to
he
end it
doesn't
off
get-
with a blast card.
Yeah, honestly. Thank God he doesn't get like infinite vanish like Ultra Kaioken, dude. It's like, if they start off with them, well, better hope I don't get a handful of strike. That's going to be rough.
My question is, why are you an all-star banner if that is the case?
Because they want you to summon on this.
I do like seeing all-star banner units get some love, though. It's been ages since we've seen an all-star banner unit actually be this prominent. Like, they've always been great options to have on teams, but never core, meta dominating units like this. Like the Frieza, it's definitely, one that stood out even before he dropped. Like, we could just tell from his kit he was going to be broken. there's people speculating he's better than this LF or that LF prior to him or before he dropped.
So I'm just afraid what's going to happen next week, and I hope he doesn't get a Senkai buff, because right now he doesn't have a Senkai buff at all.
Oh, you already know that Golden Frieza's getting Zenkai,
Can we
the great
not?
one. You already know he's getting Zenkai buff. They have the habit of doing that.
Oh no.
Dude, imagine the green golden Frieza is gonna get better than the other Frieza, and I'm like, oh, why do I even juice him
I would
right
be
now?
so sad.
I highly doubt it, but yeah.
Yeah, especially with how tame the Zenkais have been lately. I also don't think so.
That's true. It's usually the LF ones that
I mean,
that are
if
more,
they,
you know.
If they're ever going to Senkai in LA, why not the red golden Frieza instead?
Oh
Team
yeah,
could
forget
use
about the
red.
transforming one.
I mean, I feel like that should be a better option, right?
I agree.
They should, because of course Kaioken is still an issue, and the only unit received, the most recent one was definitely the red Zenkai Rose, and I mean, I think he's okay. Disregarding my video title or whatnot, the worst unit ever. Ignore that, clickbait. But I don't care for that Rose at all, honestly. I think it was good timing for Zenkai in that type of color. However, I just wish he was even better? Question mark?
Yeah.
It's underwhelming.
Definitely what it is.
I mean, since he's kind of Universal Survivor Saga, I was thinking of a specific unit getting a Senkai, but if I say the name, I'll be being meeting 3. So I will not mention it.
No, don't dare do it.
Oh
Ox King?
no. Oh god.
Oh, I guess Battle chose not to. Okay. All right. So all this talk
afraid
about
of my
Golden
life,
Frieza,
man.
but you guys know that we have a second unit, right? We have Whis. Riku, how do you
that is
like that
true.
Whis?
LOL for 1 and 2. I like his strike art animation. Yeah, that's
I wonder
That's,
what that collabs with a certain other event, but that's not important right now. Whis is fantastic, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Whis. I think he's cool. I would like him a lot more if I actually use like Gaiki with the Kaioken Ultra, but I don't really use that team anymore. But no, I think he's okay. I don't think he's too crazy. And I want to try him with the Vados and Kaioken for some reason. I want to see how that trio works. Probably not well, but I mean, it's not much I can say for him. I do like the health restoration with his main ability to like just stop all that healing for a certain. Like I do like that. Other than that, I still don't like the Strike Super. I mean, I don't really care for much Strike Supers. It depends on the unit, but I didn't like that he had a Strike Super. I just feel like he has a lot of utility that requires, I don't know, because his green is also like a dash initiation, and it's like, oh man, I would have loved the regular super art, but it's overall I don't care for him. Let's just say that I don't.
What about the new mechanic Obscure?
Even hit with it.
I feel like it affects me more than anyone else, literally. I really do, because whenever I seem to use it, they just seem to combo just fine. But when they use it against me, I'm over here just, I don't know. It's like, what do I do? Just press the card. Oh, it's a super art. Whoops. It's a slow animation. So it's like, I feel like that affects me more than anyone else for some reason. And I don't think it's that great. I'll say that. I don't think it's that great.
It comes down to luck. Like with the new mechanic, it's not much you really can do, right? The obscure, yeah. If your cards are flipped, like if you got to, I guess it's a memory thing. You remember which cards you did have before you flipped or they got flipped. And at
Honestly,
that point,
I don't even think it matters for certain units, even if you like shuffles them around, because if you got somebody like Kaioken, you're going to be drawing anyway. So it's like,
I mean, it is
It's
fun
true.
if you run both Whis, because once you switch to the other Whis and use the green card, they don't really know what they have in their hand at all.
okay, that's
That
just
is true.
Yeah.
That
But
is
also,
a funny-
doesn't it shuffle the cards that you have on your hand too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it flips them
exactly.
in shuffles.
It's so
That's
funny.
tough.
Yeah.
did you
But
get
I'm
to try
wondering
that team?
how many
Oh, I
Whis
did.
have. That sounds toxic.
It was funny.
How many Wiis have you guys fought against though?
Not many, but I've been obscured every time I fought one, at least once.
Well,
I fought
because they
a
want to
total
try
of
it, I
9
guess.
times.
Yeah, but it.
Yeah, we kept track, huh?
Virgil was saying, I was able to just memorize the cards in my hand and use them for the most part.
Yeah, just as long as like you're not in a situation to where he uses the obscure ability and you have a card that drops the combo or ends the combo or whatever. Like I don't know, something that doesn't chain together. That
right.
Yeah, like a blue or someone's green that just doesn't combo together. Like that would be rough. But every other situation,
you sidestep and then sidestep and use a blue.
Well, there's a match that I had where I was obscured and I was in Kaioken. Then my opponent brought in Kaioken and it grayed out my strike cards. So I was like, okay, I know I can't. Those are strikes now. Yeah, it'll gray out if they're strike cards. So you'll know like, hey, those are strike cards. You can only use these cards.
The same thing is also if you have a too little key and you have a blue card, it will also gray out.
Yep. So
it's a little loopholes around
Good
it.
to know.
Yeah. It won't. It can't. Once you learn that you're looking at your key and you know what your opponent will do to your cards, it's pretty easy to work around obscure.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't. I wasn't fortunate enough to pull him, but I did play against him quite a bit of times. And honestly, like whenever it happened, I don't think the opponent thinks too much about it either because I clicked a card immediately, and it's definitely a luck thing. But it surprised the opponent if you go immediately, whatever it is. Hopefully, it's like not a blue card if you got long animation or whatever. But was getting pretty lucky, like fighting against the obscure. Because I don't think, the opponent doesn't know what you have either. So it's not like he could predict what you're going to do as well.
The ability seems cool. I don't think it's worth it at all. You drop your own combo to obscure them and they can still combo you to death regardless. But I do like the fact that he does ignore like special actions. I think he has that built in for like the first 60 counts. I mean, that's cool, to start off some combos before you switch out. But I will probably never use him again ever. Probably one or two other times. I definitely did not want to pull him off the banner, but the game doesn't like me, so they gave me him instead of Frieza. Is what they normally do. Oh, I want this unit. Great. Guess we'll give you the other unit. Nice.
So what's beneficial about this unit is that he can at least do combos without being disrupted because it works.
Yeah,
nullifies special actions for like 60 timer counts.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually huge.
Yeah, so you can just continue combo and just gather those Dragon Balls without caring about they cover.
Priorities, one of the most important things to have. So just being able to continue it and continue to, get cards and combos. It's just pretty much a sealed deal. Honestly, I think he does have a really decent spot. I don't think he replaces anybody, but if you want to open a spot for him on the team, he's quite good. I mean, like I said, I don't have him, unfortunately, but from what I've seen, I think he's a better. I still use Vados right now. I was slandering that unit for a very long time, but with this new green, yellow meta, right? She's fantastic again, right? And I do think with a decent build, honestly, like I can't believe I'm saying that with the Vados, right? But I think he can definitely be that unit to replace her, if that makes sense. Like his utility is better, and it's just the color thing, right?
Yeah, I think it's just the color. Yeah.
What I do like about this unit is because he has a fun mechanic. It's fun unit, which I want to see more of. I want to see more fun units to play PvP on. Sure, Golden Frieza was OP, but I had fun using this Whis a lot.
Yeah, I love doing 2 damage to my opponent. Oh, that's the most fun part about him too. I'm joking.
He's a support character. I don't expect him to do damage, but he's fun at least to use, like with his strike animations, like slappily slap. But that is also fun, just to have a fun unit with his green card, blue card, everything is just fun about him. He's not really. I don't think he isn't there to make major changes, but he holds a green card helps a lot too. And with the help of actually having fun units, because we have been asking for having fun units. Like, I did not expect we got the Sparking Whis. Can we finally have a Sparking TN now?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna come like around Christmas, him and Beerus, but they came out a little later. But yeah, like you said, they are some fun, interesting units, more so Whis, and I think it's just not his time right now. I'm sure he's gonna be used maybe in another meta, just probably not as much this meta. So, you know.
I mean, it was the same thing with when Full Power Frieza came out. Like, people did not use him a lot. The same with when Future Gohan. Now he's run on every goddamn team. That is working everywhere, but at least there's fun. Like, this is similar to Judge Roby kind of fun, with his sidestep, it's like running around, or just having just a goofy unit, just that kind of fun. Like, I would love to have like Yaku-chan in the game. You know,
yeah, that would be insane. That's one thing I do give Legends. Like recently, man, the animations for some of these cards, minus Kaioken, has like been really good. Well, I like Whis' animations. Some of the other units minus Kaioken, but you know, so some of the other units had like some really, really good animations. And I find that to be dope, you know. But yeah, it's just who's gonna come for anniversary, you know?
Yeah,
I still want my Gohan Piccolo tag. I don't care what nobody say. I still want that, man.
I mean, I want 18 and Krillin, so I'm feeling you there.
It's a good chance any of those come out, honestly. There's only a select few that'd be hype enough that would be acceptable to drop, you know? Gohan Piccolo is definitely in that area, I think.
That is true.
Because it definitely won't be all Universe Saga, because every anniversary, it's always like maybe 3 GT Super and maybe like a certain saga. So that's what's been like the hardest for me. Like I've been trying to like think of who would they revamp someone out for the next anniversary? Like because I would love for a regen unit to come out during anniversary, but I can't think of who. I just can't think of who.
Since the movie was pushed back, you never know.
Wait,
they could
Regen is
have
still a
that
team?
that part 2,
Oh,
or
not like this.
like the second theme of it be the movie. You know,
Yeah,
they have the
yeah,
universe
I
survival, and the other theme be the movie.
Yeah, I definitely think they're gonna bring some movie units in any part of the anniversary, and I'm looking forward to that, man. Oh my god, the movie is gonna be crazy, just because that's just nothing but new units for Legends. So, and I also do expect like a collab with Heroes maybe later this year or something. I do expect to see that. Maybe later this year, but I mean, there's no way of knowing. It's just my random hunch, you know, wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge. So
how does everyone feel about the
go
meta?
ahead.
How does everyone feel about the meta just in the current states? Because I hate it, but I do see, I guess, a little variety of teams, if that makes sense.
I mean, I don't hate it as much as I hated the hybrid meta.
Everybody hates that meta. It's so funny because I did too. But
hybrid meta.
I mean, you used hybrid. There is a difference.
Moji hybrid main.
Yeah, because it felt like it was just hybrid. So I know what you mean.
But it's also because it hurts. Like, I got 2 carded by FSK Gohan. It just hurts.
Still do. If you run into him, it's still there.
Oh, it still hurts, and I don't like it at all.
Oh yeah, I won card Ultra Gogeta yesterday. I felt good about that. But anywho, it's definitely not my favorite meta, obviously. But like I said, I do see quite a bit of teams. I do see green, yellow. I do see Fusion Warrior. God Key, I do see obviously LOE. You know, there's still a little variety of teams, so I don't completely hate it. I just don't like either Ultras being on the same team together because it hurts my soul, and it's very hard to fight them.
I agree with what Swift just said, that this meta is definitely diverse. It's just there are some teams that are just clear cut better than the rest.
Yeah,
no pun intended.
AKA the Dark Knights.
The Dark Lizard.
Intended, Riku.
The Dark Lizard.
It comes with like any meta, you know. You're gonna have those units that drop, and they're gonna be the best units in the game, and everyone's gonna be running them. I don't know if it's a popular opinion, I personally enjoy the meta because, you know, there was hype enough units to drop where I wanted to summon on them. And now I get to use those units as their like the best units, right?
Mm-hmm.
On a like least favorite, or those, you know, obviously I think it's for everyone as well though, the Zenkai meta, where it's just like now I have something to look forward to. It's always new units are dropping. There's new diverse teams, setups, metas, especially with the leader slot. So I'm thinking personally, I enjoy the meta just because there's different things you can do, different teams. There's not one set criteria that you need. I've seen uncommon teams go crazy. I lost to Red Cell yesterday. I closed my stream, bro. I closed my stream. It was crazy.
I saw a regen team as well yesterday. It was Zenkai Majin Buu. I think it was DKP, you know, the built-in endurance nullification, and I forgot
Dragon
the
Ball
third person. Yeah. He didn't get a chance to do that against me because I murdered him. Shout out to Gohan. And it was I can't remember the third person or region that will be used.
Was it Cell? Was it LF Piccolo? Was it Kid Buu, Blue?
No, wasn't Kid
Android
Buu.
21.
Purple DKP?
No, it wasn't. Oh, I haven't seen him in a long time. No, it wasn't him, but like that was the I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen Regen in a long time. So like that was my first time fighting them in like a month, which is funny. I miss Regen.
The dedicated Regen mains are still out there.
Yeah, me too. Because I mean
There's a couple of them.
Yeah,
Shout out to Green Ruff. Still rocks that team.
I went to be a meta sheep.
I mean, it's fine. We will get the region soon enough. I mean, if the movie comes, we will get Ultimate Piccolo kind of region.
But then we'll get androids.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're getting.
But androids also
at least.
needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's fair that androids gets a buff again. Like Android 18 meta is so long ago now that they can actually use some help.
They
need some help and milk. Yeah, they need all that.
And juice.
Juice.
Even the better
Push-ups,
set
sit-ups,
the,
and
like,
plenty of
Android
juice.
units.
Yep. Because it's funny that once upon a time, Androids and Regen were my favorite team to use. I'm talking about like back in the day with the EX of free green 18. I think the one that self-fills with the green card or whatnot, the old EX. That's probably around the time I mained Androids. I mained Regen during the 1 year when Buhan came up, but also Super Vegeta countered Regen and he countered this color as well. So I was like, hey, nice. The game really loves me because he had a good kit. Like, yeah, such a good kit, but it's just unfortunate Super Vegeta had to ruin that. But you know, yeah, I'm always Regen for life.
But I mean, now we have 2 good yellows. Actually, we have like 3 good yellows even. If you want to use like Zenkai Piccolo as well as bench.
Yeah. Pretty much all the Piccolos, all 3 yellow Piccolos. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy because as like with the leader slot, you could have just put like the green Fat Buu in the leader slot, and then you also run that extreme Piccolo that has health restoration buff and his Z ability on the bench. So, you know,
the yellow
Fat
one,
Buu he just regenerates everything.
Yeah, I actually ran him on a yellow green. It was with like it was with Vegeta, Zenkai, and it was Kaioken. I think it was Evolution Vegeta. God, we have so much HP.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I'm not using that again.
Yeah, pre-leader slot for me, it was LF Piccolo, DKP, and Fat Buu was like my go-to team. Or sometimes I would use LF Cell instead of Fat Buu.
Yeah, never really had a real problem with Regen. I just never liked Fat Buu, but you know, he got the job done for the team when he came out. Yeah, I love Regen. I just like, I don't know. I am very prideful. I'm like Vegeta, okay? I'm not a principal saying, but you know, I am a very prideful person. I was not gonna run Zenkai Majin Buu, no matter how much he would help the team. I did not want to run him. Quite stupid, I know.
I don't think I've ever ran him, ever.
I don't think I have ever ran him. I don't even think I have him Zenkai 7.
Yeah, I have like Zenkai 3. I don't know why. I guess I just don't like overly tanky units. You know, I'm more of an offensive kind of guy, so yeah, just damage.
Yeah, I guess that Fat Buu is actually one of the best aged units. Like if you want to look at it over a long time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I would definitely say him.
I really don't like that
lock-in
unit.
is so deadly.
It's so funny. I remember those times when Battleamore would stream in the morning and I would have like time in mid break where I would play the game and watch his stream and I'll be like, I had time to stream snipe, and I was playing Regen and he's like, don't bring Fat Buu, don't bring Fat Buu. And then I was like, don't bring Fat Buu.
Yeah, I know, right?
But I did.
So Venus Simple, it's not that I said Kibu was, not Kibu, the Fat Boo was bad. I never liked using him because he's a good unit, definitely. I just never liked him just because he was overly tanky and stuff, which is good for the team. I'm just very prideful and stupid. So, you know, he definitely helped out the team.
Didn't want to go down.
Yeah, he does. It's like, if I Rise and Rush Fat Boo, I've come to the conclusion, if I Rise and Rush and don't kill him, I lost the match. Like, that's how it is. The man is going to go back to full HP and heal the team back.
Yeah.
So,
You just farm a second rush. Easy.
why are you like this?
But honestly, that is also kind of ironic coming from me because, as you say, you're prideful. Like maybe we can just like I'd be interested what you guys are prideful about because for me, I mean, for a long time I was like I hate Rising Rush. I still hate Rising Rush. I didn't use it for a long time. I used it once. I never rushed twice unless I got rushed twice first. What about you guys? Is there something you're like I'm not going to do this on principle?
Not out of like control, but like I never play with sound. Like it's out of my control. But yeah, like I pretty much only have time to play on stream or recording. And whenever I do, like the way my setup is, I don't hear any sound. So I always feel like nerfed. And like that's like my pride, I guess. Like I always like at a disadvantage. No side steps, no just being locked in, only visual
No
cues.
audio cues, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so you can only see it. Sometimes you can see it when you time stop, but not all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
It's pretty weird with the patience. No sound equals intense patience. I'm missing a lot of, you know, those sidestep catches. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you do it. That's crazy.
To me, I have a bad habit of not rushing because I don't find it fun.
Same.
The big thing is,
Haywood.
it would be like Palm said, Rising Rush for me. I find myself holding back, and then once I finally use it, I'm like, well, I've already used one, might as well use two.
I'm already tainted, so
Yeah,
like-
Might as well.
Yeah. I mean,
It
or
doesn't feel
sometimes
right,
it's
though.
yeah, or sometimes you just come down like both of you used one rush and you come down to like it's 1v1 and then the other person uses a second rush and you're just like you just want to swear. And my whole chat on stream just tells me, why didn't you rush? You had your rush. And I'm like, no, I don't
People
want
tell me
to.
that all the time. Oh my God, why didn't you rush? I didn't want to. I didn't need to. Like, I didn't feel like I needed to rush in that scenario, you know?
Yep.
God, like, even when I stream Legends, honestly, I fight chat. We don't Rise and Rush at all. I tell them, you know, I have to deal with that enough in raiding match. So it's like, you know what, we're just chilling, having fun. So let's not do, you know, Rise and Rush, you know? So I offer that.
Yeah, I mean, for viewer battles, also like house rules are like no Rising Rush, no feint.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most fun. It's like if you feint, just shoot a tap shot, and then you know, like Rising Rush, just too much RNG.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
All right, so yeah, both Whis and Frieza obviously came on a banner. So let's have a look at that banner. And Battleamore, how about you? Since you already talked about it a little bit, break it down for us.
I mean, the banner is good, but when they made this banner, did they expect that no one summoned on the other banner? Because both of them are in this banner. I was like, why is Revive Frieza and Goku in this banner too? I was like, I mean, it's good, but what was the point for the other banner then? I mean, couldn't they just mishmatch all in one banner? Would have been more fun. But
I mean,
they
I'm
also
thinking-
put Samasu and Broly back into this banner too, which is good. No, I cannot say about the rest of the units.
Makes it feel like it's gonna be like the last All-Star or something. Having them come back so fast, it's like, what other reason would they have to come back immediately, you know? Unless they decided to revamp the entire All-Star system already.
And also, why
Even
is
it is quietly new, right?
and why is it here until the 2nd of August?
That is true.
That's a very good question, but I feel like they are doing this because this banner will be here for a while, and then the anniversary will kick in. And then if you get like the anniversary unit, you might want to go back to this because you want to use like Golden Frieza with all of this.
But
Or
I mean, anniversary is in like slightly less than 2 months.
yeah, but
Yeah.
this is here for like 4 months, so
Yeah, exactly,
you can
so-
literally go back and forward with this.
Like by the time, you know, like I mean, the good thing is, you know, if you're a budget player or free to play, you can just do dailies. And I mean,
Yeah.
this banner has treated me so incredibly well. Like I went on stream, right? I got crystals, I was like, all right, we got 16k. We're gonna summon until we get them. First multi, I got both of them. Next day on the daily, I got Frieza.
Must be nice.
Yeah,
Man,
For once.
me,
Nice.
the first multi was Golden Frieza, and then the third multi was Whis, and then I pulled Golden Frieza twice before I got to Whis. I was like, okay.
nice.
All my luck ended on the Ultra Kaioken banner. I think I put him second multi. I was like, yeah, the next banner is gonna be trash for me.
And I guess it
On that
was.
same timing.
Yes,
Same
it
timing.
definitely was.
I feel like
Rip.
this banner is more. I don't know. Since I got kind of lucky, I cannot say for everybody, but for me, I feel like this is good because I don't know. It's old units, old Legends Festival units is put there, like Samasu and Broly. If you want more copy, if you missed that, the other All-Star banner units are still in there too. Like
Oh, I just thought of something. I just had a brain blast. Sorry. I want to see another Transforming EX anniversary, but go on.
Oh, but yeah, they put the anniversary and the Legends Festival units back in here, and all the other All-Star banners into this banner. So I kind of like the variety, just that it's so many sparking.
Yeah, it's so diluted.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they should. I guess it's because it's going to be here for a while, but you just want the new units. I don't understand why there are so many of the other units here.
But I mean, to be fair, they're still 1% of the new units, and they have always been 1%. So yes, you have a lot of other units in there, and but unless
The chances don't change.
yeah, exactly. Unless you're like specifically going for, let's say, like the Revival Gohan or Nappa, you know, because you didn't get as many or any last time around. The chances for new units are still the same. It's like 2%, you know?
You know, give me a Transforming EX that counters one of the tags. Let's get another one but this time instead of countering Hybrid Saiyans, give us one that counters LOE. Or I would say Saiyans, but Saiyans I feel like is going to be meta all the time. It's such a common tag and everybody.
So what unit would counter LOE for you? Like which character would it be?
That's a hard one. That's what I didn't think of.
I mean, technically, wouldn't that be
Broly? You saw how you treated him in the Super Broly movie.
True,
I mean,
true.
didn't
EX full power
Trunks
Broly
kill
that
him?
just counters LOE.
Yeah, I know, right?
A
Trunks
future
did
Trunks
kill
that
Frieza,
an EX transforming future Trunks.
Oh, yeah, it could be.
True.
Like the
Thanks,
Trunks
Lindsay.
unit.
Slashy / Trunks. More slashy / extremes for Battleamore.
Slashy Slash.
Yep, give us an Android Saga Trunks that does that, you know? That would be sick. Wink, wink. No, that would actually be insane.
Oink oink.
Transforming
Oh, yeah.
EX Bardock after what he did to Chill.
True.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Well, like
so
King
many
Vegeta.
ideas.
King Vegeta.
King Vegeta. You know, that would be nice, but I don't really want to
That
give
would be
Saiyans
weird.
anything else.
Yeah. Also, didn't he get obliterated with his planet by Frieza?
Why does
did.
Vegeta still call himself the prince and not a king?
Well,
He never
didn't
became a king.
Goku get obliterated by Trunks in like 2 seconds?
He punched him through the
It's
chest.
true.
So
Wait, what? I have to go. Sorry. Bye.
Oh, lol.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't always have to make sense. Let's do King Vegeta because we don't have him yet. Or
Exactly,
I would
there we
love.
go.
I would love like a
I want him to
kid
be
Vegeta.
free. Yeah, I would want King Vegeta to be free or be somewhat broken. Or like if he's actual like on the banner and stuff.
free
Or Kid
and broken.
Vegeta. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I think Kid Vegeta would also be cool. Like maybe they can actually make like a viable kids tag eventually. Just for fun. I don't know.
That would be dope.
I think it would be cool too.
I mean, there is already an equipment for kids, but
Well.
Seeing like with these banners that are dropping, I don't know if would you guys summon on a banner like that?
A kid's banner?
Like with yeah.
All they do is just have to make them broken.
I mean,
That's
most
true.
of the kids Dragon Ball are hybrid Saiyans, so
With like
Yeah.
the evolution of these banners, like they're kind of setting standards to what moving forward. You know, Whis and Golden Frieza, you know, it's pretty high caliber of hype, you know, to like, you know, it was a kind of a setback in my opinion having that Gohan and Nappa. I'm just not a big fan of those two units. So like I feel like less people summon on those type of banners, they might not release. You know, say if they dropped kids, I think they would be maybe free, like a free set or something. Unless, like you said, they would make them strong, like broken. At that point, you would summon for them. It's the only way I would summon for them if a unit was OP, but not hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Agree with that. But I mean, like, you know, you already have like Green Revival Gohan, for example, who is on kids, but it's just the Z ability isn't there anywhere. So it would be kind of like when we got, I think it was Green Beerus or Super Saiyan God Goku, like the first God Key units when they were like 1 or 2 God Key units and everyone was like, eh?
Right.
Yeah.
What team do I put these guys on?
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed that Goku. Beerus, not so much. Even when he got Zenkai, not so much. But I've always liked that one ability that Beerus has that like your main ability.
Yeah.
I already, when I saw that, I was like, that's going to age well. That's probably the only thing. So,
It's just so annoying.
yep.
It is.
And you have other people that like main ability, and I just sit here and cry, wait for my turn to click my main ability. But,
Just sitting there tapping it frantically until it unlocks, you know.
right?
Especially on
I don't
transforming
like
units.
change.
Actually, I like the comment in chat Azizi had, like, can't wait for the Pilaf gang to make it viable, like the kids tag. I think that would be really fun. They could potentially
Yeah.
even like be a combo unit.
Spice Boys squad. There we go.
Yeah,
Get
or
the
the main ability, they all go into that robot and start fighting as like the robot together.
They're a tag unit.
Collectively.
Exactly. Nah, before that, I still want launch as a tag unit from blonde to blue hairs and back.
Yeah.
Does
That
it-
would be funny.
Does it have to be a tag though? Can it not just be a green card?
I don't care. I just want her to be able to switch infinitely. All right. So yeah, aside from that, I mean, it was April 1st. So of course we had to also get something for April 1st. Moji, how did you like that event that we got? See if you can land even one punch on my face.
I was actually a fan of this one. Being able to use different versions of Trunks and, you know, fight this overpowered Vegeta. And I actually like the model for this Vegeta as well. I wish he was playable. The PvP messages were great. Those are my new main messages that I use now. These missions, to me at least, weren't overall challenging, and the resources that you can get from the tickets are always good. So I enjoyed this event overall.
I think the most challenging mission was lose, because I just didn't want to forget. You had to forget about it, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
all right, let me lose real quick so I don't forget about losing.
Yeah, I like it. So I've never really been a big fan for a lot of events that come up for Legends. This one was actually kind of fun. And I want to see more events like this. Of course, I initially played at Legends for PvP, and I still do mainly play for PvP, but it's nice to have that little change up and, you know, just have some events to just go play and just, I don't know, do something different with.
Just those little wacky out of the sort events that, you know, they're great. I mean, it changes the pace, lets you log in, do something a little different than PvP. But that's the main source of what, you know, I play the game for.
Glad they dropped an event this time.
That is true.
The last time it was just a farm, you know, the skip tickets and energy. It was just, you know, uninterested in doing that. I didn't even collect the last PvP message from the last time. This time it was just a breeze. You just got through all of them really quickly. And they took the time to make a whole event for it. So I do appreciate that. You know, April Fool's is not something huge. So the fact that they did something for it, it's nice.
Absolutely. I've seen this sentiment echo on Twitter a lot, that at least they did something we can do, you know?
Right. And that was my biggest thing, is we could do something with the event. You know, unfortunately, we didn't get to go to the park or anything like that, but
Right.
Yeah.
but hey, we got something.
It's
I
a
love
shame.
the PvP messages this time.
Yeah.
They're super toxic.
I mean, that's
Super
what you want
toxic.
from PvP messages, right? Aside
Right.
from like stop playing on your potato with your crappy router, something like this, this is
True.
probably what they could do.
Yeah, they're gonna start getting crazy with the messages when anniversary comes around. Oh my god, like it's just gonna be shameful. It's like you might as well just have some voice chat or something in the game. God, this like
No, we don't want
gonna
to
turn
Call
into
of Duty
Warzone.
lobbies.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be Warzone.
yeah, it's really gonna be Warzone. Like it's a battle royal. It's like oh god.
Rip.
Yeah, the only shameful thing about this was when they showed the event, they showed a different model of Vegeta. It's too bad we'd never faced that model of the Vegeta. Instead, we faced Moji Vegeta.
Yeah.
Before he transformed. I mean, it would have been cool to just fight against the model and even maybe get a free-to-play unit as that model. That would have been cool too.
Yeah, but not to change subject, which I normally do a lot. I think Zenkai Maja Vegeta, the blue one, Elof.
Oh my god.
Is he next for the?
I think you probably UI might get it because it's might be if MUI comes, I definitely think UI might get a Zenkai or a Plat, whichever that fits.
I agree. At that point, he needs both, honestly.
But
needs both.
it depends on what the Plat does. Let's not go crazy.
Right.
I don't know. I think even then,
I think they'll
he
still
could use both.
drop it even with the plat. So
Yeah.
I mean,
they'll
we've seen.
both come together.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen what kind of crazy plats they can make.
Yeah.
But really make the Universe Survival Saga tag come together.
Yeah.
Maybe even a Zenkai buff for the Jiren.
Maybe.
Oh, true.
Maybe.
Well, let's see. But speaking of equips, I feel like that's the perfect segue into the last little topic that we have, and that is the Awakened Get Turned into Space Dust equip that is applicable to Green Frieza Force. Moji, have you grinded that already, and who would you put that on?
I have not grinded this equipment yet. My USTR resources have gone into some of my Godkey team.
Wrong.
Wrong. Unfortunately, as for who I would put this on, I mean, it would probably be either this Golden Frieza or the free-to-play First Form Frieza, or would be the two main applicable characters that I think I would use this equip on. The mainly the blast defense and the special move, or base blast attack up to 23%, and the special move damage would be really helpful especially for these two with their blue cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it fits nicely. Fits nicely with either of those units, just because their stats are kind of around the same, right? So if you could build them either way that you want. I don't know. I don't think this item is optimal on that team personally.
Right.
Obviously, because the team just does ridiculous blast damage. So I'd honestly run that Let Me Show You Awakened over this one, which is it's pretty much the same exact equip, but it has blast over the strike in the middle slot.
Right. With this item though, I don't think it's the optimal one of the 3 optimal items for either one of them though.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think there's better options, so I don't know if I'll really grind it or I'll grind one just to have it.
Might be for a unit in the future, you know.
Right.
Like Kaioken, you could definitely argue that he could use both the strike and blast just because of the combo extensions and him actually dealing around the similar damage for both. But with just LOE in general, it's you don't see them doing any strike damage. Like
Right.
I mean, technically, this is for Green Frieza Force, and yeah, we were talking about a certain Golden Frieza might getting a Zenkai, so I hope it's not the case. If that is the case with the Green Frieza Force, I'd rather have Captain Ginyu.
they should be done at this point with the LOE buffs.
Yeah.
If they release any more, it's kind of ridiculous.
Like imagine
Even with
next is LF Red Cooler.
Oh my god.
Okay, whoa. You getting out of hand now. Too much for LOE. Come on now.
That's
Chair.
that unit. I've been told that unit we don't have a red metal cooler in the game, according to some of my
We
LOE
do.
sources.
Lol. Yeah, we do. He's Zenkai.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
The
forgot about
old
that.
one.
Yeah, that's how good he is. You forgot about him.
God.
My LOE sources have denied his existence.
I guess I see. I mean, he might as well not exist. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I really have to say about the item. But yeah, good item. But there's better ones for this Frieza and LOE or other Frieza Force units.
Yeah, I mean, also if you can, you
agree.
probably want to put like a pure equip on it as well. Is there a pure blast attack equip? Or
Yes,
Frieza?
sir. It's the what's it called?
Isn't it per
You will
pure
pay.
LE?
The you will pay, yeah.
Yeah.
Blast
It's
Oh,
per
yeah.
oh yeah, I got it. It's the one with the first form Frieza face on it, right? The zoom in. It's like 6% for free per Frieza Force member. I mean, LOE at this point is pretty much Frieza Force because
Yeah, since
maybe
Cooler got
Chilled.
kicked off.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, I agree that this might not be the best equip for this team, but if you don't, I also if you have better equips, why would you even awaken one? Because equipment awakening is always such a resource drain that I never enjoy doing it. And I'm usually, especially for the aesthetics, I want to have a red first slot, but not on awaken equips. No.
That's too much of a hassle.
Yeah.
Honestly, just a high enough value for the first one.
Yeah.
If it can Z plus off the first slot, it's good
Yeah.
enough for me.
Exactly. Like I have a bunch of green first slot Z pluses just because of that. Because it's like, okay, there is no point.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if the first stat is something like on the Vegeta blue equip, the one that awakens from the co-op shop, where it has like
yeah.
either critical or key recover. You're just like, whatever.
Yeah,
just
that's
just
like
make
rough.
make it high enough. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. Just good enough.
Yeah, but if you have, the worst is having two stats and then both of them being actually important, because then you want it to be as close to max as possible, and then
Yeah, it's better to have something for Awaken equip. It's something that's not as good for that first slot, so you don't have to worry about it as much.
exactly.
Match having a blast attack or a special move for the first slot.
Brrr. No, thank you. All right, so I would say let's take a quick break here since all of the topics were pretty much discussed. We're going to take 3 minutes and then we will take your questions from chat. As always, donations or subs will take priority, but pretty sure we're going to answer a lot of them. So go take a quick break, get yourself a milkshake. We'll be back in 3 minutes. All right, we are back, and today's MC for your questions is going to be CountVergil. I'm going to hand it over to you. Take it away.
All right. I mean, feel free to ask anything as long as it's chill in the chat, Okay. This is a late question. Is Pommy here? He is here now.
Hello. That was just easy to answer.
Yeah, so guys, if you have any questions, just write it down in the comments or in the
see.
chat. Just so it's kind of whatever.
I Am
and we
Legends
will answer.
has a long question. I Am Legend.
True.
How can we make a less toxic community? AKA not hating on the people, using a team. They're having fun. Even if it's Hercule or setting GPs, if Legends introduced a new character or mechanic in the game, we should just accept it instead of being toxic. How can you guys lead a more great sportsmanship in PvP and Legends community overall? Sorry for the paragraph. Don't apologize for the paragraph. I mean, that's your full question. So less toxic community is just setting an example. It's similar to what I do or try to do when I stream or I make anything in public. You definitely want to set an example and be what you want to see of the world and the game or the community itself. So if you want a positive community, put those intentions, that energy out there, man. I'm a big energy guy, and I think if your energy is solid, that's the best thing you can do.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
100%.
Sasuke boy, Ultra Rose when? True. They have so many rosés in the game that I don't think we'll be seeing him soon. But he'll definitely come. They're gonna make different varieties of different rarities of every character, which is why I don't know. Maybe MUI might not be the Ultra, right?
But you also got to know that Sasuke is like a huge future stan. That's
fair.
That's the
Fair
only
enough.
team. I think for his April Fool's stream, he actually put on his overlay "Future Bad, Fusion's Best."
Oh my goodness.
And
Fair enough,
And he
then.
played fusions too, just to like troll people.
Okay, we got Tommy with if MUI drops, do you think we'll who will drop alongside him? That's an interesting one. I've been trying to think that for a while. By the way, MUI is dropping. You guys heard it here first. MUI is dropping. He will drop. You guys can come at me, I swear, if he doesn't drop. That's how confident I feel that he's gonna drop this anniversary, whether it's part 1, 2, or 3.
And don't forget,
who will come alongside him?
don't forget if you can come at him, he lives in New York. She should be easy to find. He's the one who plays. He's the one who plays Legends 24/7.
Exactly.
You just
start looking
I'm
for
right
apartment
there. You'll
buildings.
find me.
phone with the Rising Rush theme, and he'll come running.
Yeah.
There you go.
PTSD. Like he'll throw himself on the floor, like fetal position, cry a lot.
It's easy. It's easy. Just come and get me. But who do I think will come alongside him? I hope it's not anything returning. You know, it's pretty easy to do returning ideas. I hope they just do something that's like out of the ordinary. I don't know if that's asking for too much, but like I said a little bit earlier in the stream, maybe they'll push the movie towards anniversary. You know, it's a little bit unexpected. I think if they drop like that second banner, like 1 part Universe Survival Saga, second banner be related to the movie Superhero, I think it'd be really sick. You know, I've been saying this for a while, you know, similar to how when the second anniversary dropped, we had 2 banners and the LF was featured on both banners. Maybe the first set of banners will have 2 LFs and then the Ultra featured on both banners is what I would like to see personally. Okay.
Kind of like Super Vegeta, right? On the first anniversary,
Yeah.
I think he was on both banners.
Exactly.
And then we had like Resurrection of F pretty much on one side and then Wuhan on the other side or something. I don't even
Yeah,
remember how it was
really.
exactly.
Yeah, it was
Buhan
something
and
like that.
Golden.
Yeah.
You know, it was like Buhan and Golden, or
True.
it's like Goku and Buhan,
Vegeta.
and then Vegeta and Golden Frieza or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
I'm
cool.
really, really hoping for this.
And I
really
also-
hoping for it.
Yeah, I also agree with you, Virgil. I'm not a big fan of like returning stuff so much. I mean, like GT was on almost every anniversary, and most of the times the GT units weren't really that great. Like, I mean, super full power Ultra Saiyan 4 squares XL, you know, like come on.
Third power. Yeah. Goku.
Goku.
Fair.
But
And
if
Rook-
the banner will come for anniversary, we already know that one of them is going to be USS, and we don't know if the movies will be either in the part 1 or the part 2, because there are 2-parters in this.
Exactly.
Guaranteed
We will
2-parters.
not be surprised again after last Legends Festival and anniversary, especially the anniversary with Revival Gohan just slapping every other freaking anniversary unit.
Yeah, that was insane. And that was before, for Gogeta pre-platinum equipment.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yep,
I
agreed.
agree.
Yeah, but if we're thinking about banners, I think either USS, movies, and probably GT.
I would
if
say
they did it
Fusion.
correctly.
I would say Fusion. I would throw Fusion in there.
Yeah, but they can put
Fusion
fusion
cells.
characters in the banners. Like
Fusion.
MUI could be with the base form Kefla transforming to Kefla. Okay, I go to the corner. Right.
Yeah. Fusion cells.
My biggest thing is like besides the theme is just to have that Ultra unit on a better banner because these banners are kind of bad. You know, you guys haven't noticed the Ultra banners are just not very valuable whatsoever. No pity system. All the the banner units we already have close to being done. You know, if you spend on a lot of banners, right? So if they decided to put that Ultra unit on like said LF banners, I think the value and the amount of people summoning would be high again. You know, it's hard to see people summoning heavily just because of how valuable Legends Fest was. People might be, shy to not spend if we don't see a very valuable banner like that. A step up from, the Ultra banners that we do have right now. We're moving on to the next question. Azizzy, do you guys feel like Ultra Gogeta is showing some cracks in today's meta? I think he's still top. I think he's
Cracking
still
me
pinnacle
open.
units.
I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Oh, you crack yourself up, huh?
I do think he's showing a little bit of something. He's definitely showing something. I mean, he doesn't have those boosts anymore, so he's not as frightening. He's still very powerful. Still very powerful. His mechanics, the lock in, the type neutral, all of it's still very powerful. But
And double ult
I
is
do
still
think
scary.
he's fell from like a bit. You know what I mean? But a bit is not much, if that makes sense. Okay, Venus Senpai. What do you honestly consider the top 5 teams of PvP to be currently? From my personal opinion, Fusion's LOE are 1 and 2. You could, argue which is either 1 or 2. Third, green, yellow, God Key.
Yeah.
Future, and fifth. It's always weird. The fifth one, Super Saiyans, Mono Purple, or even GT.
No
Yeah.
hybrid saying.
These are my. No. I mean, they're top 10, but it's arguable,
But
Yeah,
how many
fifth
teams
is
are
always a
top 10 out of 12?
12 is Super Warriors.
Oh, battle shots fired.
Oh God.
Battleamore, that sounds like coping a little bit.
You think?
Copium.
Okay, what would you guys consider the current LOE team as bad as hybrids back in its prime? If not as bad, equal. I see LOEs like regen for some reason. I guess hybrids as well. It's just the rush thing that gets me rather than the damage. The damage is fine. It's all the support that's going on in the LOE team, which is why their damage skyrockets. But the Rising Rush reminds me of LOE to regen. I'm always getting rushed. Back then I hated fighting regen because of how many times I would get rushed.
Yeah.
And now it's LOE that team. So more regen
But at
than
least
hybrids.
LOE doesn't get Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
I personally think that the current LOE team is more toxic than the hybrids were at their peak.
Ooh, really?
You think so?
I think
Really?
I think they are more toxic than hybrids were at their peak.
Interesting. Scratch his beard.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think
Man, I wish I
Hybrid-
could make your emote do that on like your avatar.
No, my emote is raging because
I mean, if you think about it, hybrids never had the LOE has the a similar damage output as what hybrids had without needing any unit down. They have their rush suppression with destroying Dragon Balls, as well as they have endurance and revival to protect them from a rising rush if you manage to get one in the entire match.
But hey, you know what's
They
cool?
also
ahead, sorry, go
nullify they also nullify endurance with full power Frieza without any special mechanic.
That's true, but not a lot of people had endurance during that time. It wasn't as common, I would say. And plus, it's like you hit hybrid Saiyans hard, they hit you even harder with 1 unit down, because Gohan will kill you like with 1 and 2 cards. But
Right, but you don't need that 1 unit down, and you don't have to be at that disadvantage with LOE.
Yeah, but you know what's cool though? Since we talked about being prideful about Rising Rush earlier, is that you can now pretty much force no Rising Rush matches if you want to. Like you could just say, all right, I'm gonna use this team, but I'm also not gonna rush myself because don't need it probably.
yeah, for me, it's definitely the Forbidden Trio double ultra plus 4 Gogeta, or the green yellow. Well, more so the trio. More so the trio. I can handle the Vados, but just the double ultra and
Yeah.
Gogeta galore.
Mhm.
It
My
stresses me
argument
out.
for the comparison with the LOE and said teams, or like especially like hybrids back in the day, is just hybrids at that time. If you weren't running hybrids, you would lose, right? This meta, the difference is like there are different teams that you can run and you won't lose.
Right.
So that's the comparison for me. Like LOE, you don't have to be running LOE to win.
Exactly.
You run, there's so many different teams that you could have set up that are equal to, if not, on par, that can compete the endurance, revival, damage output teams. With hybrids at that meta, the reason I don't compare them equally is just because there was no team that compared like at all. There was just nothing.
That's
You were
true.
running hybrids, you get slapped.
100%, I agree.
Yeah,
Good
I mean,
job.
and that also kind of shows that you can't really judge a team by itself because you're not playing in a vacuum, but you're playing against other teams, right? So you also need to kind of take into account the state of the meta.
Agreed. I was running hybrids back then.
Yeah,
Of course you were.
Part of the problem.
I was a hybrid main, and then once this meta started shifting, I couldn't
Improvise.
stay with it. I had to change teams, and
Poor boy.
Yeah, like now I use hybrids because I don't see them as often. I always like to use, I don't want to say underdog because hybrids are still good, but when compared to some other teams, I guess they do lack some things. I just don't never like running the best team. I don't know why I challenge myself like that, but that's just like my pet peeve, I guess. Every meta, whatever is top, I use the opposite or try not to use the top. Makes it a little more enjoyable because, like I said, when I ran both ultras together, it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
It was not fun.
Yeah.
You could always run Ginyu Force and you'll challenge yourself every season.
Not
I
like
mean,
this, please. I do want rating points.
Yeah, so a pool force.
Oh.
No?
I didn't mix them out.
I didn't even do the event, honestly.
Yeah, I missed it. Damn it.
I'm not big on
Jesus.
free-to-plays myself.
I did not have enough resources, energies, and skip tickets to actually 14-star any of those units when they came.
But the Apul Force, like honestly, the Apul Force felt like when they dropped, they felt like the Ginyu Force when they dropped too. So that, you know, that they are a viable team in PvP. Even though it didn't last very long, because after like 3 weeks, I guess the meta shifted so drastically that they were just power crept by a long shot. But I had so much fun with people not knowing that robbery on Rising Rush just reduces his sub count by 10 and you could just like eat it.
You want to come back in, yeah.
That was so good. Kind of like the future Trunks, just no, he could actually survive. No, the Rage Trunks, not future.
Yeah.
I also hated him too. The yellow one, good lord.
Yeah.
It's crazy how bad he is now. Like just seeing how good he was back then. I mean, he's aged, but there's a lot of units that age.
Yeah.
Still, you know.
Yeah, that
quite
Red Omega
decent.
did from what was that? Was
Second.
that second?
Yeah.
Second,
Yeah,
Annie.
second
I
year.
agree. He's still not bad. He's definitely not bad.
So
The debuffs that he has is just
Yep, still
Goes
like
crazy.
the AoE green card. I think it locks in for a certain amount. The AoE green does it for Omega?
yeah, I think 3 counts or
Yeah, like 3 counts, so you can just do whatever you can with that. So
yeah, just on release, you know, there was a certain blue unit.
oh yeah, let's just Zenkai everybody except him from second Annie and I will be happy. Everybody except him. Get Omega. We already got the Samasu. Give us the Yellow Rage Trunks and who's the other unit that came out?
Green full power Super Omega Saiyan for Goku.
Oh God! Never mind. Don't- Leave him on Zenkai. Never mind. Just because his name is too long. But
Yeah. Imagine like Zenkai full power Super Omega Crazy Saiyan.
you just got a ZFPSSJ4 FP like.
Yeah, we're good for today, right?
Yeah. He's not. Everyone is good for today.
So we're Zenkai and Vegeta blue, right?
No.
But anywho,
Yeah. All right, next question.
okay. So do you think, oh, this is by Fresh, by the way, Fresh D Loco. Do you think DBL made a mistake by not developing all teams equally since the game started?
nope.
To answer that first question, yeah, I don't think so. That's what makes the game fresh and diverse. If you had all teams equal, you'd always see the same teams. You know what I mean? By having certain teams and units run a meta or like at a certain period of time makes, you know, right now that team, next meta this team, a different meta that unit this team, and so on and so forth. So like I like the way that they, you know, right now they're buffing a lot of LoE. We haven't seen LoE get shine in how long?
That's true.
Very long
years?
time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Exactly. So like a lot of hate is warranted given how annoying they are. And I'll say it myself. Like I don't like going against LoE, but it is definitely deserved, you know, to see them back.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
For all the time they set out just not being used and not receiving units, and now they actually get a chance to shine again, and I'm happy to see it myself.
I mean, do you remember, I think around this time last year when they Zenkite Metal Cooler and Yellow for Final Form Frieza and everyone was like, oh, LoE is getting still nothing.
Yeah. There's no new units. Oh, God.
It's like
I
everything.
thought the tag would never come back.
Yeah.
You know, they switched it to powerful opponent. We never see the day where LoE is like a thing again, like just core LoE
Yeah.
alone.
Everything they got was just so bad. And now,
Yeah.
I mean, also full power Frieza on release, the LF was like, you know, he was good, but he was not, you know, really
He couldn't
great.
do it by himself.
Yeah, he didn't have the team. And then they started with the green pot Frieza. All of a sudden you could run that team again, also because of, you know, future Gohan and sort of Hope Trunks being everywhere, their endurance and stuff. So then you had Mono Purple, which he also countered. So he just made a huge comeback.
they were coming back slowly but surely when like the meta was changing, like you said, with the Frieza coming out, and then the meta's turned into a mono purple, and so okay, you get more utility out of him now, which is really cool. And him plus the green, since Goku Vegeta was new at the time, once he switched, well, pull my green Frieza, how you doing? And yeah, LOE just kept having more chances to be used, and once they got the actual units, they just, oh my god, look at them now. I'm so proud. I really am.
They evolved. Yeah.
Still don't want to fight them as much, but still.
They counter pretty much every team. I mean, having the majority of the teams be Saiyan units, they're doing more damage to Saiyans, right?
Yeah.
That's why I stopped using them.
So to go on to the second part of the question, so now it will be impossible to make some teams relevant like Girls, Dragon Ball Saga, or Super Warriors. The game is Saiyans or bust for anything hype.
Thank you.
I don't think this is entirely true.
I don't think so.
It just takes time for said teams to develop. So even if they drop like individual units in given points in time, like they were saying before, they dropped Frieza here, wasn't really viable or like great, but now he's fantastic. You just got to drop little pieces here and there, and then eventually a team can come all together. I do see Girls being something, relevant in the near future. Universe Survival Saga coming out, having, the Rebrian squad or LF Kefla or like, something.
We don't talk about LF Kefla here. Out. Meeting 3 now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
See what
Well,
I
no one
mean?
told me.
I'm not allowed to mention anything about this.
No, just not Kefla.
Is that what you were gonna say earlier? As I had no idea.
Yeah, that was what I was meaning. I was like, how maybe a certain USS green unit might get a Senkai. I wonder.
I did not
Jiren?
read the hint there.
You mean Jiren,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
No, but I mean, honestly, the thing is also that we could just be one all-star banner away from like Girls becoming a great team, or because if they drop units of the caliber of like the Golden Frieza, they could make 2 Girls units, and all of a sudden you just pick a 3rd unit or a leader slot unit and just have a core.
Yep. All you really need is 2 units and just drop an Ultra in a leader slot.
Future Gohan.
Ultra Girls
Future
unit?
Gohan later slot.
Ultra Girls unit?
Kefla?
Lol.
Of Kefla.
All right, yep, meeting.
I'm actually not. There we go.
He's got 1 arm. He's so girly.
My God.
That's another unit I feel like that aged really well, the Yellow Future Han.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him.
He also
I'm so
massively
proud
came
of him.
back around the Legends Festival time, huh? With the Future team just making a huge resurgence.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that team
unit is so fun.
Dude, that team was so broken with Rose and Zamasu and the sort of Cope Trunks just not die. Except against Rose or Full Power Frieza.
Yep, that endurance nullification.
It's true.
Do I hear PTSD?
Yes, a lot of it.
A lot of it.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see more units. In the near future or far future, if anything, have like some type of nullification for revival. Not too many. I wouldn't want them to be completely not used ever again because of what Beerus have started. But maybe like in a far future. I don't want to say near future because we're gonna get more revival units. I don't want them to just get like trampled on by, nullifying revival. That would be rough as soon as they come out. But that would be interesting. Like late.
And even a little while ago, we got the release of a couple girl units, right? The Android 18, and then there was one more, the Android 21, right? We thought we were either getting an Android's buff or a girl's buff, and we weren't. It was just those units. So those are the little pieces here and there for maybe something.
That was real.
You know what I said? When Android 18, the free Android 18 and free 21 came out, you know exactly what I said? I was like, you know what? I want the LF to be Universe Survival Saga. And then Jiren came out. Oh,
Yep.
interesting.
You're the one that jinxed it, huh?
I didn't jinx. I was like, they have made it obvious in the past. I'm sure they don't have a certain pattern. It's always random. I was like, you know what? They gave us 2 free Android units. I don't think we're going to get an Android LF. I love Androids. They're not going to do that to me. The game hates me. I was like, maybe Universe Saga. I don't know who, but I know it's going to be Universe Saga LF. And then Jiren came out, and that man is pretty damn good.
I would have loved an LF Android 21.
Yeah.
Of course you would. Mommy Milky.
Okay.
I think those are the perfect closing words. So we're going to cut off the podcast here. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, everyone who was here asking their questions in Twitch chat. And if you are watching this on YouTube right now, make sure to follow us over on Twitch so you can be live with us when we are going to do that next time. And you can ask your questions, have them answered. Also, of course, don't forget to follow all our creators. Battleamore is here on Twitch. Virgil is streaming over on the YouTube side. If you don't know Riku, he's a small up-and-coming creator, almost partner.
Huh?
Right?
Yeah, I'm getting there. You know, it's my dream to be partnered
on YouTube.
Twitch.tv/RikuTheBest Spain and YouTube as well. Yep.
Yep. And Moji, you can also see his Twitter handle is the same name on Twitch. Also streaming very, very frequently on his way to partner as well as Battleamore. So support the homies, make their dreams come true and then some. And yeah, don't forget, Twitch Prime is not a crime. Follow us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all the good stuff. And we'll see you next week with episode 80. Man, 80 episodes already, huh? Of the Ultra Space Time podcast. We'll see you soon. Stay safe. Bye, everybody.
Have a good legend weekend.
Stay frosty.
And we are going to raid Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta 97 right now because he's doing a GT only tournament. So I hope you enjoy that. We'll see you soon, guys.
Let's go.